And yeah, that might go against some people's rules, but I'm making my own rules. Hi guys, it's Coily Diaries back with another video. How you guys doing? I am baggy methoding my hair in here. That's why I'm wearing a scarf. And to be honest, the year of 2022, you guys won't see a lot of my hair in its glory because obviously, like I've said in many videos before, it's a healthy hair journey for me. So that means I won't be dealing with my hair as much as I normally do. And I'll probably be seen with a lot of headscarves. Let me know if you guys are into headscarves. I can do a few videos around that. And also let me know where you get your headscarves so I can, have a look and see if I can get some cute ones, You can still look cute in a, head wrap. All right, this video is a little bit different. It's impromptu and I haven't really prepared for it per se, but I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, look, I am breaking the rules. I am breaking the natural hair rules with a lot of the things that I've been trying out in the, recent past. And I'm sort of here to talk about it and kind of stimulate your mind towards a certain way of thinking when it comes to looking after your hair, and sort of encourage you to find your true regimen and to find what truly works for you and your hair. If that sounds interesting to you, please keep watching. And of course, before I forget, be sure to subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on 2 videos every single week. And of course, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Let's get into this video. When I first went natural, YouTube was my saving grace. I just came up here and there was a plethora of videos talking about different things about my hair, about how to take care of afro hair. I got excited. I would go way into the wee early hours of the morning just looking at videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, Nature 85, she's got lovely hair. And African Export and Nature Me 4C, oh, I miss her. She no longer even makes videos. She's nowhere to be seen. I wonder if she's okay. Anyway, these women really opened the door and gave us the permission, the knowledge, the empowerment to start looking after our natural hair. And I have huge respect for all these women that started this movement. And I only mentioned 3 people that I've really drawn inspiration from, but there's so many, some of which are not even on YouTube, right? So I'm here to say thank you. You started something that cannot be stopped. The natural hair movement is not perfect and it can be toxic and whatever else. That's not what this video is about. I'm part of that natural hair community, and I am probably part of the problem to a certain extent. I do not exclude myself from being part of the problem, but what I do include myself in is also the fact that I am part of the solution. I am part of the process. Usually people just want to see final results and perfection, and they don't want to see the painful process that it takes, for example, for a pearl to become a pearl. Okay? Did you see what I did? I love it. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that a lot of these women shared their experience. The way I do, I share my experience on this channel. It might help somebody, it might not. However, I share my experience. That experience is very raw, it's very honest, it's very real. However, it can seem misleading, especially if you are taking everything I say as gospel truth and implementing it in your regimen without doing your own research. Hair is different, individuals are different, lifestyles are different. And so in as much as these women were helping and they've helped us to embrace our hair, sometimes the information seemed as though that was the way and the only way, right? And that might have actually worked against us because a lot of us emulated, we pretty much copied what so-and-so was doing and did that, and didn't necessarily work. And yeah, we have what is called natural hair rules that is like the standard of what natural hair care should involve or should entail. For example, like when I went natural, grease was a no-no. Like, why would you use grease? Grease is like petroleum, like, you know, it dries your hair because obviously you are having to wash your hair with a sulfate shampoo. Obviously now we know that you can wash your hair without using a sulfate shampoo. I've done a video of 10 shampoos that you can use that are sulfate free, that will remove grease, and I'll put a link above to that one. However, you know, people discourage grease, you can't use grease, it's bad for you, etc. Whew, I ditched the grease, okay? And I went shea butter. Another thing that was sort of going around is that, oh, you know, sulfates are bad. Don't use sulfates on your hair, they'll dry your hair. Other rules would be, oh, you have to use the LCO, you have to use the LC, whatever, LO, whatnot. And they're great concepts, but it's not for everybody. Do you see what I mean? Like, there were those things that kind of seemed like Bible, but not necessarily. Another one was heat. My goodness, better stop using heat, otherwise your hair is gonna get heat damage. So we ditched the heat, and some of us could really benefit from a heat regimen because sometimes the single strand knots can be resolved by heat. Sometimes the tangles or the breakage that you're experiencing is due to the manipulation of the highly textured hair, even during moisturization. So incorporating low heat, for example, might work for you. I see myself using heat once my hair is back to healthy, and I don't know if I have like kids in the future, like I'll have less time to deal with my hair, so maybe heat will work for me. Like, certain things were sort of put across to us that made us ditch some of the things that we knew to work. When I first went natural, one of the other things that was going around is that we have to wash weekly. Must wash weekly, okay? You do it, otherwise you're gonna die. And I jumped in there. I was like, a weekly wash. Yeah. I'm just thinking back now and just thinking, gosh, we are so easily influenced as human beings. Like, it's easy for us to see something that someone's doing and we just copy it. And sometimes we're a bit lazy. You just don't want to do your own research and do your own work and your own research and find out what your hair likes. The worst of them all is try this and your hair will grow an inch by sunrise. Like, literally, I grew an inch a day with this magic DIY. Unfortunately, those videos still exist today and they're still being uploaded to the net today. Which is sad because obviously those people are capitalizing on ignorance and people that are desperate for hair growth, right? Anything to grow your hair, not knowing that your hair is actually growing. It's just breaking at a quicker rate. And I would encourage you to read The Science of Black Hair if you want to just learn the basics of hair care and understand why you're not seeing length in your hair and undo those chains that your hair is not growing. Obviously there are conditions where the hair is not growing, etc., but the majority of us, our hair is growing. It's just breaking as quickly as it's growing. So recently I was just like, look, I'm gonna have to really just take on my own tangent and go on a journey that is very tailor-fitted to me and what I want. And this regimen involves breaking the rules. I'm inspired by Kelly Chemistry, Efik Zara, Green Beauty, Natural Academia. These ladies have so different, like they're not, like their hair is really different from each other. However, even with the similarities that they have, they still do different things. For example, Efik Zara and Kelly Chemistry, they both have low porosity hair and they use grease, which first of all breaks the rules that you should not use grease on your hair, duh, unless you don't care about the environment. All these people saying these things better all be vegetarian and better all be walking on foot to work, because I mean, if you use fuel in your car. Anyway, that's a video for another day. I believe in, obviously, the environment and doing good for the environment. The Lord gave us this earth to look after, but we should not be judgmental of each other just because you've managed to ace a certain area in your life and everybody that does anything different is the enemy. We shouldn't do that. So anyway, back to the point. Both these ladies use grease. They're both low porosity and their hair is flourishing, and they have different hair types as well. Just goes to show they have broken the rules and their hair is thriving. Natural Academia broken the rules, broken them tremendously. Like, if some of the videos you'd be like, really girl, you didn't wash your hair this long? And some people put bad comments in there, but girl, her hair her hair is beautiful, healthy, right? Green Beauty, same thing. She does her own thing. She came up with her own scoop and spread kind of thing, which is maximizing the use of sebum. I'm like, do your thing, girl. I'm so happy. These women have sort of branched out and done what and have done and are doing things that work for them. So I decided, look, I'm just gonna be one of those two. I'm just gonna do what works for me and stop being afraid about people that feel like they're the natural hair police, that wanna come and attack me directly and say, oh, that video you did, you misled people, or you didn't say the right thing. I'm gonna do what works for me. Do what works for you. This channel, yes, will empower you because I share knowledge, I share my experience. However, you take and you trial and you tailor fit to your hair, your lifestyle, etc. You don't take 100%. Even what I'm saying, don't take it 100%. Do your own research. Go into the links that I've provided for you in videos beneath and do your own research before you implement something in your hair. So how am I breaking the rules this time around? They are breaking, okay? I've decided that I'm gonna focus a lot on the fact that my hair is low porosity because I've discovered that it loves it when I focus my regimen on infusing moisture. That's when it really thrives. I am using heat in my regimen. You guys know that. Obviously, it's indirect heat and I use it for deep conditioning. Some people do not deep condition with heat at any stage for any reason. You must deep condition with your own natural heat on your scalp, blah 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 blah. Do what works for you. And I do that sometimes, but I will be sleeping in my deep conditioner if I do that, which is another rule that I'm breaking. I am deep conditioning overnight. It works for me, guys. It works, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So everything that I'll be doing will really focus on allowing my hair to be the healthiest it can be and allow for moisture to really go in because my hair is naturally dry. So all my steps will really be to help infuse that moisture. Obviously, there's other things that my hair needs. For example, tackling single strand knots. Obviously, that means you have to trim your hair more often or keep it stretched, whatever the case. Not only am I going to be using heat on my hair to deep condition, I am going to be deep conditioning overnight, which means I'm deep conditioning for longer than the recommended 30 minutes. Yes, I said it. I am going to be baggy methoding my hair, bagging my hair. I don't know how to say it, correctly, but I'll be doing the baggy method. I'll be doing the greenhouse effect or combined, whatever the case, because my hair likes it. There are people that have stopped the greenhouse effect. They discourage it. You're gonna grow bacteria on your hair. Look, yeah, maybe just do what works for you and let people do what works for them as well. And I think for me, after trying the baggy method a few times, I was just like, I've been missing out here, dealing with dry hair and trying to wreck gels in my hair. Gee, I was just like, where have I been? So yeah, I'll be baggy methoding my hair because it works. And yes, some people might disagree, but I will do it until, I decide not to, and I might just continue doing it. Obviously, you don't want to overdo it because you don't want to you don't want to moisture overload your hair. However, a lot of people's hair is dry, like obviously type 4 hair. People that watch me, their hair is dry, it can do with some kind of a pumper infusion of moisture. So it's gonna be really difficult to moisture overload our hair. But anyway, you pay attention to your hair and see what it likes. Obviously, you don't want mushy hair. You don't want to break your hair with too much moisture. But if you're gonna try this, yeah, gradually do it and see what works. So yeah, baggy method, here I come. I will be reading the ingredients. Well, that's not breaking the rules per se, but I'm getting really pedantic about ingredients. Humectants are a big thing for me. And yeah, sometimes even if the products say shea butter and aloe, you know, shea is like the last ingredient and aloe is second from the last. So that product won't really have the effect of the shea and the aloe. So you want those products to be at the top of the list and be more intentional about what I want. I want more humectants in my hair because I know my hair loves honey and glycerin and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be reading those labels to make sure that our products work for us. I will be trying out grease. Yeah, I will be including grease in my regimen. Obviously, I'll be switching things up a little bit until I find exactly what I like and what works for my hair the best. However, grease, as a kid, like I didn't even know what a single strand knot was. So I believe grease will really help with that, and it also helps maintain my moisture the best, and it helps to clump my hair so that it doesn't tangle within itself. It's just a game changer, grease. And yeah, that might go against some people's rules, but I'm making my own rules. I don't know if I said it already, but heat might be something I'll include once my hair is back to its healthiest state. Heat really does help just sort out a lot of problems, especially when used in low amounts. Like it's not damaging. It really doesn't damage your hair to the extent that we thought it did, and people just freak out, you know. So obviously long term, you want to think about how your hair will be looking long term. So you might want to think about not using it every week kind of thing, but you know, staggering the heat uses here and there. But I might incorporate heat just to make sure my hair is stretched and, you know, single strand knots are at bay kind of thing, and you know, helps me tackle some of those things. So heat is another thing that I might incorporate later on in my journey. I will not be washing my hair every week.
Now, you guys probably know this already, but I don't wash my hair every week, and at the minute I'm considering whether to continue washing my hair every 2 weeks or to stretch it to a monthly wash. And this will all depend on what products I use, whether I use grease or just oils, etc. But in general, the plan is to continue washing my hair every 2 weeks, so that's every fortnight, or you know, every month, depending on what I've used in my hair. And of course, I'm still assessing what my scalp likes and how long it takes for me to build up sebum. And those two factors, the products and the rate of sebum production, will determine how often I wash my hair.
The last thing that I'm gonna include in my regimen is to wash my hair in twists or in braids. And I know this is different to what I had sort of resolved to after the 30-day hair detox. Yeah, however, I've decided otherwise, because when I used to wash my hair in twists way back when I first started looking after my hair was so lovely. My hair was so soft. My hair was so manageable. It was washed in those twists. It would dry in those twists. I would moisturize in those twists. Tangles would be at bay. End of story. At the moment, I'm trying out braids because I believe braids give us a better stretch and keep tangles more manageable. So I'm gonna be trying out, you know, washing in braids to try and eliminate the constant detangling and the constant tangling. Obviously, looseness means more tangles and yeah, more shrinkage kind of thing. But if you wash it in braids or twists, it just stays in that state, but you're able to get your conditioner and your shampoo in, and end of story. So in an attempt to really recover from my breakage, I will be washing my hair in twists or braids. Obviously, if I'm washing my hair in braids, that means that I don't necessarily need to detangle at that point. However, sometime during the week after my wash day, I will take out one braid at a time and work through it and take out the shed hair and rebraid it. That's a better way for me to deal with the breakage and just the constant manipulation that comes with detangling our hair. And yes, that is breaking the rules, because you have to detangle your hair each time you wash it, and you have to detangle your hair. Hey, look, do whatever works for you. For me, this is something I want to try because I know that, you know, it's probably gonna work because of, you know, the benefits that come with washing your hair in braids. Enough said. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what natural hair rules you are breaking in 2022, or that you've broken, or your hair journey, or that you've only recently started breaking. I am keen to hear what you have to say. Obviously, be sure to subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on 2 videos every single week. Until next time, it's Coily Diaries. Bye.